Yo, 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 wagwan people. How you doing, Mr. Croft? Awesome dude. Lol. How's everybody doing today? We live right now. Live in the village right now. About to get into some GOW right now. How are you guys? Appreciate you coming through. To all the talkers and the stalkers, big up yourselves. Brah, brah, brah. I am comfy and ready for some hazy. Good to hear, good to hear. Yeah, yeah. Just saw a trailer for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, actually. Just saw a trailer for it a few days ago, and I saw it again just today. Out in September, so it's kind of early, I think, to be advertising it. But, you know, it looks pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Wagwan, big up, awesome dude, lol. I was first. I'm real good. Yeah, first. Nice one. Big up for that. Real good. Good to hear. Yo, Haze, big news from me. Oh, what's the news, awesome dude? Is it awesome news, awesome dude? Let's go. I said that wrong. Let's go. Lego. Lego. It's either one or the other. It's either let's go or Lego. I can't say them both at the same time. That's what I tried. I tried to say let's go, and it came out as let's go. Yeah, never mind it. You know what I meant. I have my first composition. Cool. Is it up on the channel yet? Oh, you got it written down. All right. Nice one. Nice one. When is it going to be ready, though? That's the thing. When's it going to be ready, yo? When's the world gonna hear it, yo? They revealed Lara's gear on Instagram. Okay, I haven't seen the gear, I don't think. I mean, I don't know if it was in the trailer. It might have been, to be honest. I was watching the trailer. I guess I wasn't watching that closely. So I haven't seen the gear that I can tell. But, alright, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna have to refresh this, alright. There's a refresh button. Oh, yeah, there it goes. There we go. There we go. No, not on the channel, but it's coming out tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. I finished 4 days ago, by the way. Cool. Just under 6 hours. Okay. Looking up on your PC, it has Insta2. What's going on? What did I just select? Alright, just take care of this right quick. It's all the same stuff. There we go. Drum roll, please. Lara Croft gear. Let me look at Lara Croft's new gear. Waltz of the Pine Trees. Waltz of the Pine Trees. Okay, that's an interesting title. Can pine trees even waltz? What kind of pine trees are waltzing? It's a weird ass pine tree if it's doing a waltz. Pine trees supposed to grow up. They grow in a straight line. Actually, there's a film called Throne of Blood. Throne of Blood, and there's a scene where there's like a witch who forecasts the future of one of these soldiers and tells him that his downfall will come when the trees begin to walk. And at the end of the film, you see the trees moving. And that was a pretty cool scene, actually. I'm not going to tell you how the trees moved, but I will say it's not entirely a sci-fi. But it's a good movie, though. Throne of Blood. It's a Japanese film made back in like 1960, I think, 60 something. Really good movie. It's based on a Shakespeare play. Actually, no, I think I have seen this picture. Actually, I think I just saw it in passing. But yeah, got the combat gear, the camouflage pants. Yeah, I think I actually have seen Lara's gear. Just maybe I just wasn't paying too much attention to it. But yeah, I think I've seen it, actually. Hit the like button in the face, people, and destroy that sub button. Yeah, you know it. Big up for that, Mr. Croft. Yeah, to all the talkers and the stalkers, anybody not subscribed already, yeah, hit that sub button. I do live streams fairly regular. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays usually. I try to upload videos during the week as well when I can. In fact, I uploaded a couple of videos over the last few days actually. So yeah, check them out. Check them out. So oh yeah, Nightbot come up with the moderator icon. Yeah, there's a few mods. I probably got more mods than I actually need, to be honest. I probably do. I think I've overdone it with the mods. To be honest, I think there's quite a lot of mods. But that being said, not all the mods are always in the chats at the same time. So I guess it kind of evens out. You know, there's a mod for I think there's a mod for a chat for when it. I can't even talk. I think you know what I mean. I'm gonna stop talking because apparently I can't talk very well. But I think you know what I mean. There's probably more mods than is necessary. But I think it kind of evens out because not every mod is in the chat all the time. You know what I mean? So it kind of evens out a little bit. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All right, continue. It's been a few days since I played. It's Monday actually since I played this last. So hopefully I haven't gone too rusty. It's been a few days. The Waltz of the Pine Trees is based on the life of a pine tree, from seeds to cuts down by humans for our greedy needs. Oh yes, how do streams make someone mods? Just asking. There's an option in the community section of the of your YouTube channel, but you can also do it directly from the live stream page as well. So it's not an overly complicated thing. It's just in the community section. Okay, so. Are you saying that we shouldn't cut down pine tree? Oh wait, don't tell me I have to do this again. No. Don't tell me I have to do this again. Okay, you be taking the. I don't think I do actually. I think I'm okay.
Do you remember the answer?
Yeah.
Oh boy. The thing is. There's this section on Monday when I was playing it last.
Read this. Boy, what's that say? Only time you want to talk to me is when you need
Do you want to tell me something?
I said, the only time you care to talk to me is when you need me to translate for you. If Mom was
If
here...
your mother was still alive, we would not be here at all.
We would be here at all. Yeah, so I just had this boss.
Forget it.
Fine.
Fine. Kratos is a bad dad. But yeah, there was this boss I was playing, and he took a lot of it took a lot from me. He just took so long to beat, took so long to die over and over again. And then when I finally beat him, I was like, no, I need to stop now and turn it off. And then I came back here and I'm like, wait, what? Thought I had to fight him again, but nah, we're good. We're good for now. It's whatever the next hard section is, I guess. All right. I'm not saying cut down any tree at all. All the composition is for showing the life of the tree. Okay, I see. The life of a tree is dangerous. I feeling when there was no checkpoint after that. You know, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking for a second. Like, no, don't tell me we're gonna do that again. Oh man. But nah, we're good for now. For now, because this game ain't over yet. I'm sure there's like other hard parts to come. Am I going the wrong way? I think. Wait, what's going on? Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. For now, exactly. For now, we still got some ways to go.
Pushing the light.
Who?
You know.
Oh, she was not there.
Not like you would even care if she was.
Mind your tongue, boy! Until our journey is over, one of us must remain focused. Do not mistake my silence for lack of grief. Mourn how you wish. Leave me to my own.
I'm sorry.
People are complicated.
I didn't realize.
No. Why would you? Do not know my ways. I know it has not been easy.
No way, we've got father-son moment. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, that was it. I thought we could...
In the light, I felt only moments pass.
Wait.
If that is of some comfort to you.
That's good to know. Really. So, should we go back to Midgard? Face the Black Breath? Or do you think there's more to see in this realm?
Okay, yeah. That was the end of that father-son moment. I thought we were going to get into some like real deep talk, but no.
Rock and Sindri made Mom the axe just to help her survive?
She had the strength to wield such a weapon, and the wisdom to use it for good. She found purpose in protecting the weak.
So, she'd help out the elves?
No.
Anyway, I've already started preparations for my next composition. It's Free Movement Sonata. Okay. Not saying the title though. Why is it Moonlight? Kratos is an arsehole to child for real. I mean, he really is. I mean, I get it that he's a complicated person. He's a complicated man that no one understands but his woman. Kratos. I get that, but man, he's but he's something else. More than how you wish. Lead me to my own boy. How's your day, Haze?
How observant.
I am known for my attention to detail.
Lights of our theme. Round travel back to Midgard. Okay, we're going back to Midgard. How's my day? It was alright. I mean, you know, some things I gotta deal with. You know, with the new job and stuff. I don't want to get into too much details because I don't want to feel like I'm gossiping. But what it pretty much comes down to is that the person who I'm partnered with, who I'm on the road with for the majority of the day, him and I don't seem to, well, let's just say we have a personality clash. We'll just say that. We have a personality clash. So, yeah, it's something that's got to deal with. So, but you know, it is what it is. I've let the appropriate parties know of the issue. So, it's been dealt with. So, yeah, just see what happens.
Back when we met Brock, his animal warned me about something hiding in the trees. That's why she didn't want to cross.
She told you.
Well, I could just feel what she was feeling, what she was afraid of.
It happens again. You tell me. Understand?
How's your guys' days? How's your days? I tried to say something that rhymes, it didn't really work. Okay. How's y'all days? You should add watch your mouth as a SFX sound effects, and you could use it when we curse. Yeah, watch your mouth. I'm just talking about Kratos. He's a complicated man that no one understands but his woman. Kratos, can you dig it? Who's the bald man with the thick beard and a red tattoo type thing across his face? Kratos! Who's the man who was tricked by Ares to kill his own family and his rage? Kratos! Damn right. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. That's what we need, like a Shaft. They're making a new Shaft movie. They should scrap that and make a Shaft movie with Kratos as the star. Like Kratos' character as the star of a Shaft movie. Like complete, like this exact version of Kratos, but in like, you know, 2008 style, you know, Shaft movie. That's what I want to see. 2018 style Shaft movie. That's what I want to see. With the exact same outfit on as well, just walking the streets of New York, solving crimes. That's the movie I want to see. Let's test that sound effects out, shall we? We'll have to get it first, or make it first, or I mean, I can make a sound effect. Getting a sound effect that I've made onto the thing might prove a little tricky. It's not impossible, but there are ways it can be done. Just the only way that I know to do it is a pretty long way. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But oh well, we'll see if we can figure something. Well, not the only way I know to do it. The best way I know to do it. The other way is just going to sound awful. Because I have to speak into the microphone and just hear all the background noises. Ugh, ain't nobody want that. Pretty exhausted. I had to study a lot. Study. What you studying for? Exams, I guess. I'm guessing, but which exam? Or all of them? It's just that time of the year. Shit. Can you dig it? Damn right. Ugh, excuse me. No one will ever understand. Yeah, what up, DJ? Dungeon Jizzy, how you doing, my man? Oh yeah, taking out some of those jive turkeys. That's what I'm talking about. Jive talking mofo. In fact, you know what? Even better. Forget the 2018 shaft. Here's what I want to see. I want to see this version of Kratos in a 1970s blaxploitation shaft. Shaft. Let me say it the American way. Shaft. I got a bit British there. That's what I want to see. Kratos, this exact version of Kratos in a 1970s blaxploitation shaft movie. That's what I want to see.
Which way?
That's the movie I want to see. They should make that. Maybe call it Craft. He's a complicated man. This is the workshop, but their shopkeeper is not there. All of them. Oh, it's just that time of the year, isn't it? Bring me everyone. Everyone.
What now?
We have the light. To Midgard.
Hey, same. You doing it as well? Awesome, dude. Exam time. Yeah, well, I guess we're approaching, was it, GCSEs and that sort of thing as well, isn't it? It's coming up, well, now, really. What we may. So, yeah. It'll be that time, like, between, I guess, now and June, July, depending on when your last exam is. But, yeah. Yeah, it's that time of the year, man. Mock exams, I think, for the first year GCSEs, and then the proper exams for if you're in your final year GCSEs. Of course, A-levels, people doing A-levels as well. If you're in university, I think you have the university exams around, your final university exams around this time. So yeah, it's exam season. We are in exam season. Except I've got to relearn 3 years worth of schoolwork. Damn. 3 years though. He needs a nicer leather jacket, though, kind of like what's the name in the Quentin Tarantino flick? A leather jacket. What's the name of the Quentin Tarantino flick? Who is it? Which girl wears a leather jacket in the Quentin Tarantino flick? It's not Daryl Hannah, is it? I don't think she wears a leather jacket. Jackie Brown. I'm not sure I don't think Jackie Brown wears a leather jacket actually. Or I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but I'm not sure she wears a leather jacket. I know she wears a suit, like it was a pantsuit, I think they're called. Not a pantsuit. No, it wasn't a pantsuit. It was a skirt. It was a skirt and a sort of a suit jacket. That's at the beginning, and I think she wears similar sort of clothes throughout. But yeah, that's a good movie, by the way. All right, see you in a bit, Mr. Croft. But yeah, anyway, a nice leather jacket, regardless of of whoever else wore it. Leather jackets are cool. We can say that much at least. That was how you open the door when I get home from school. Raw. See, I just uploaded a vid. Okay. Tomb Raider. I'll be back in a sec. Oh yeah, you're right. Tomb Raider, the game. Tomb Raider, the channel. I think it meant Tomb Raider channel because the new games are coming out in a few months, well, more than a few months, in September, and guess they're uploading some stuff to their channels about the game and stuff. I came here for story. Story? Altheme Realm available. Midgard is the center of the realms. To return to Midgard, press. He was decked out in that sweet blue suit. I just pulled up a pic on her. Yeah, yeah. Like the flight attendant suit. She was wearing that at the beginning. I think she wears a similar suit throughout most of the movie. I know there's a part where she's changing clothes as she runs out because she kind of part-way changed, and that was kind of the trick thing that they're doing. But yeah, I don't remember a leather jacket, but then again, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. Maybe there was a leather jacket, I just don't remember it. Man, the village changed while I left. Maybe it was a similar movie from the 90s. Man, that was a long time ago to me. Yeah,
We just came back
yeah,
from
it was Burry.
And we met your brother. Wait, not that order.
Did you let that seed sop put hand to your blade? Hmm? You do know he lost his talent, right? Just up and left him one day. Tried taking me down with him. Did he botch up on a girl?
Quite the opposite.
Yeah, even a blind pig farts up a truffle now and again. But you know what really counts? Consistency. And I got that coming out of all of my parts.
All of my parts.
You just hit it with a hammer and it just upgraded it. Okay.
What did you do?
It's better.
It's better. Just hit it with a hammer and it's like, yeah, that's it. I ain't giving you no money for that.
Good. Now when you're done gawking, I got a favor to ask.
What is it, dwarf?
There's this alchemist on Vari. Been working out in the Velander mines. Haven't heard from him in maybe, I don't know, 100 winters or so. Probably dead, but maybe you can find him. He's dwarfing like me. Wears a fancy green ring. Owes me a favor.
Blue dwarf. Yeah, pretty much.
If it is on our path.
Oh, I see how it is. Not a something for
And of course he's a weapons expert.
Fine. If you find Dunvari, I'll make him whip you up something special. This entry stone here ought to get you inside those mines.
Second-hand soul, enter the vault in their minds, alright?
I need that alchemist for something I'm stewing up for you.
And I thought I saw
smart,
it all.
you'll
Oh
find
well,
him.
maybe now you have. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I'm sure there's, I mean, 90s was, there's probably loads of stuff with leather jackets in the 90s. Like, I could think of one movie in particular that I believe was actually 1990, where a character wears a leather jacket, and that was House Party. Kid wears a leather jacket in House Party, and that's a great movie. If you've not seen, I mean, we're talking, it's pretty old school now, so some of you might not know what I'm talking about. But if you've not seen House Party from 1990 starring Kid and Play, see that movie. It is a treat. It is a great film. It is such a great movie. They made like 4 or 5, I think, in the end. To be honest, they kind of got a bit lame after 2. Like 1 and 2 are pretty good. 3 just seemed to lose its way a little bit. And then I never did see 4 or 5, however many movies they made. They're not all Kid and Play. So I just didn't even bother.
Do you remember the way back to the Black Breath?
Of course. We need to walk across the bridge to the Vanaheim Tower. Are we going to the Black Breath or exploring? Your choice.
Your choice. Oh wait, went too far. Map. Journey. Boats dock. Add compass. Okay, what's this? Secondhand soul, enter the vol in their minds. Okay, go to journal. Can I set a pathway to that? Oh, alright. So what's the end goal to this game? Are you trying to take the ashes up to the mountain, the mother's ashes up to the mountain? So it's all the adventures along the way and trying to bond with your son. Very badly, of course, but, you know, still trying, I guess.
Look, we rode past that statue of Thor earlier, when we left the Witch's Cave.
And what direction is that?
It's mid-morning, the sun is over there, so...
We got some enemies to deal with now, though.
Southwest?
House party. It's been years, 4 years to be exact. Okay, you see that? Nice one. That is an awesome film, man. It's such a great film. I remember watching it like way back in the day. And, you know, just wanted to have parties just like that. You know, it was so cool. Okay, a bit wasted, but hey. Hey, he's behind. You come up from behind, man. If I'm not careful, these dudes might have me. Oh yeah, they got me. They got me. All right. Oh, well, I'll try again. I just dropped by to say bye. I'm really tired. Have a good one. All right. It'll big up Mr. Crawford coming through, though. Appreciate that. Till next time. Peace out, homie. Weird the way Game Informer was talking taking the ashes up to, just unlocks more open world. Okay, well, I don't know that yet. So, yeah, not that far yet. So as far as I know, we're just going up to the mountain. So yeah. So after all, it's about bonding. Possibly.
If you're smart, you'll find him.
Possibly. Could be about anything at this point, really. I think I went the wrong way, actually. I did go the wrong way. Yo, Crimson, what up, homie? How many hours are you in? I don't know, because there's no time counter on this. I don't know. I'm guessing somewhere around 10, 11 hours at this point, but I really don't know. God of War. This is made by Sony Santa Monica.
We need to walk across the bridge to the Vanaheim Tower.
More specifically, it's directed by Cory Barlog.
Your choice.
Although, despite the name, probably should be directed Street Fighter games.
We rode past that
But
statue
instead, he's doing God of War.
And what direction is that?
It's mid-morning. The sun is over there, so that's south. Southwest.
Good.
Ross, man, how'd I get kicked?
I'm coming to you.
All right. Just trying a new editor and realizing the song I had recorded before my phone broke. Nah, that sucks, man. Oh, I'm releasing the song. I read that wrong. So releasing the song before I recorded. Okay, that's not too bad. You recorded it, so before your phone broke, and then you're able to release it. Cool. So it's not too bad. You can release it still. It still sucks. Your phone broke, though. All right, man. Then yeah, man. You still got a solid 10 to 20 hours of solid gameplay, depending on side quests. Ashe. So good, baby. And because of this game, I'm going to pay a visit to all these people. Or which people? Oh, the Sony Santa Monica, Corey Barlog. Let me get the bolt cutters. Tony Orioli. Won't charge. It says my phone inside is dirty.
Of course.
I don't know. Your mind is a little dirty, but your phone might be. I'm not sure about your phone. What have you been doing your phone, Crims? What have you been watching on your phone, you naughty boy?
And what direction is that?
Naughty.
Mid-morning. The sun is over there, so that's south. Southwest?
Good. Focus up.
Gotta stay, keep them in front of me. Oh, there's more of them. Man, getting hit when you're trying to pick up health is not the one. I need you to turn around. Whew, okay, got him. Thanks, man. Yo, what's up, fuckbots? Thanks, man. Being hard using an old phone with 1 gig of space. Oh, that's got to be difficult. 1 gig, you know.
Getting a letter here and there, but we need the rest of the language disk.
It's dirty in the charge port, dog hairs, etc. Oh, okay.
I can't translate this without
Dog
the whole
hairs. Is that what the kids are calling it now, huh? Surprised that the kid is still alive. I don't think the kid can get killed. He can get knocked out. That much I do know. But I'm not sure if he can get killed. He hasn't died yet. So he can get knocked out though. That much has happened. But even when he has been knocked out, it doesn't seem to be any kind of major thing.
Oh, look.
Really.
The witch's magic is still covering those scorn poles. Saves us some time.
Okay, I could just run through these now. I don't have to do no nothing. He's playing on God of War Dark Souls setting. Well, not quite, but you know, close. Pretty close. I'm playing on the second to highest difficulty setting. So there's, I can't remember what the names of them are, but there's 4 difficulty settings. I guess easy, medium, hard, and very hard, to kind of give them general generic names. But and I'm playing on hard. So there's one more difficulty above this difficulty, which not yet attempted. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm just a regular dude. Unless you talk about Kratos, okay. Is this the one where they level up as you fight them? I know the last setting is 1 hit, 1 kill. 1 hit, 1 kill. So you better not get hit then. Kind of. I think the enemies kind of level up a little bit. I don't think it's that direct though.
Look like you're gearing up for
not like how it is in like World of Warcraft, where the higher you get, the enemies around you get stronger, sort of proportionately. I don't think it's that direct, but I think just in general, as you go along the game and you know, gain more experience and better armor and you know, you might find tougher enemies, or the enemies might do different types of moves. But yeah, I don't think it's a direct correlation, at least not as far as I can tell anyway. Now I've got to take care of these dogs. Man just vomited on vomited on the ground, like what a rascal, man. Dash that thing at him. One shot, 1 kill. Okay, so we're going this way by the looks of it. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to play the highest difficulty. I mean, I don't know. Never say never, but I've never beaten a God of War game on their highest difficulty setting. I've only beat them on their sort of the second to highest, I think, or maybe third to highest. They have like some crazy different names and stuff. So,
no.
I don't know. We'll see.
I said no.
We'll see.
Okay.
Wooden contraption. Alright, so check it out, BH. The level of intensity of the mob is represented by the health bar. And at the left
So
side.
who do you think are the face in the
Oh yeah, they have like different levels, like
than I.
1, 2, 3, and stuff like that. But you can still face like level
Now
1
watch your
mobs
step.
later on in the game, like I have
will
done.
only delay us.
Right.
But generally speaking, you might have like level 2 or level 3 mobs. Like I think most of them now are level 2. with maybe a few level 3s, and but occasionally still get a level 1. So yeah, what I mean is it's not like all the enemies are level 2s and all the enemies level. It's not like that. They just get a mix, but yeah, generally most of them right now are level 2s.
There's the Black Breath again. What do we do now?
We see if the witch was right.
We see if the witch was right. Green is easy, yellow is moderate, red is hard. Cool, yeah.
It's working. She was right.
Come, let us finish this.
Oh, let's finish this. Okay. So are we going to finish this? It's like that's one in God of War 3 where you have to like put up your hands to block the lights from, is it Helios? I like this although I'll probably pick it up when I get paid. When I get paid. It looks really good. It is pretty cool. Actually, speaking of getting paid, Dungeon J, do you mind me talking about your job and ask you some questions about your job on the live stream? If you'd rather not, then, and nothing personal, by the way, nothing like that, but just a few questions, if I may, if you don't mind. Cool. Because you do trucking, right? Like truck deliveries, right? Or delivery driving a truck is what I'm trying to say.
Then we climb.
Do you drive by yourself or do you have a partner with you? And if you have a partner with you, then my question is, have you had a partner where you did not get along? And if that was the case, how did you deal with it? When I used to work with a partner in the past, okay? So, and is that a good reason you're not together anymore? The reason I ask is because, yeah, with the new job, it's a lot of driving around. And the person I'm with, we have a personality clash. And I don't want to get into too many details right now, but I have spoke to my line manager and that sort of thing about it. But I was just kind of curious as to what other things people might have done if they've been in similar positions, similar situations, where you were kind of with somebody, or kind of stuck with somebody that you didn't really get along with. So I guess it's not just about trucking. I mean, anytime you've ever been in a position where you've had to work with somebody that you wasn't really getting along with. So yeah, open up questions out to anybody. It doesn't matter what you do. Anytime you've ever been in a position where you're working with somebody you didn't really get along with, you know, how did you handle that? For anybody who wants to answer.
Did come here.
Did they change them up, or are you stuck with the same person? It sucks, man. No way around it. Makes the job uncomfortable. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I feel like I could ignore it for the most part. It does get a bit much at times, and I'm mostly just ignoring him. Because I don't want to engage in that kind of behavior. That's just not me. It's not what I'm there for. I'm not there to get angry and shout, because I feel like if I start getting angry and doing that kind of stuff, then that affects me outside of work as well as during work. You know what I mean? It's not like you're there for your time, but then if you start getting angry and shouting that kind of stuff, when I leave work and I want to do like my live streams, I want to do my videos, I want to do, you know what I mean? I don't want to carry that anger with me, so I'm not even trying to get involved with that while I'm there. I don't know if they change them up, and if they do, I don't know how often that is, to be honest. It's the type of job that not many people want to do. So I think one of the problems is that you could get rid of somebody, of course, but getting a replacement could be a while. So, and of course, and another issue is, at the moment, it's just me saying something, And of course, from my boss's point of view, and to be fair, my boss I think is pretty cool. She hasn't said anything, but I understand because I've been in a similar position. From their point of view, it is kind of like, well, one person saying something, I don't know if that person's exaggerating, I don't know if that person's telling the truth, and you know what I mean, that sort of stuff. And she has spoke to the gentleman, but I think I might need to press a record button at some point, you know what I mean, just so it's clear that I'm not making it up. I don't think, I mean, she's not calling me a lie, nothing like that, but just so it's 100% like, okay, here's the recording, so you know I'm not making this up, you know that I'm not exaggerating. I might have to do that, but as I say, it's a type of job that not very many people apply for, so it is what it is, you know what I mean. It's yeah. How much you need to communicate with in between stops? Well, I try to, at this point, I'm only trying to talk when the job requires it, which is not that much. Just, okay, we're going here, cool, we're doing this, and that's pretty much it. I don't engage with him. I mean, if he says something, if he asks me a question, if he asks us in the, because the thing is, it's more like, okay, he's okay, I say probably most of the time, or yeah, I say probably most of the time, but he just snaps for the tiniest things and gets super angry and starts shouting and swearing and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, you know, I'm not here for that. You know what I mean? I'm not here for you. You don't get to talk to me like that. So, and that's why I said to him, look, if you can't speak calmly and rationally, I'm just not, you know, don't talk to me at all, because I'm not here for that. So yeah, I spend a lot of times ignoring him. But if he does ask a question or says something in a positive way, or at least a calm way, then yeah, I will respond. But for the most part, I don't engage with him. Like, I don't approach him. I don't start the conversations anymore. You know what I mean? I don't do that because it just seems like, you know, some little things just, and I don't want to do that. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, it's just like that now. So like pretty much the whole day for the last few days, I've just been silent. I've just been silent. Just like, you know what? I'm not gonna engage with that. And I get it. I used to have to deliver appliances, and sometimes you get stuck in some really nasty situations. I've had to install washer dryers standing in cat piss. Yikes! Sounds like the guy has issues with the job and hates what he's doing. He's taking a situation out and others. Possibly, yeah. I worked with a guy named Gary that used to do that. Well, to all the Garys of the world. Yeah, I mean, it could be something like that. I mean, I don't know. But the thing is, like, my thing is this, is like, my job is not a glamorous job, certainly. And like, what I do is I go to houses after they've been vacated. So, for example, if people can't pay their rent and they get evicted, or if they just leave the property because they've got another agency they want to go with or whatever, or, you know, people who have, you know, passed on, who have died, you know, they have like an empty apartment with a whole bunch of non-empty, so a vacated apartment with a whole bunch of like furniture and stuff like that in it. So most of what I do is go to these empty houses and take out all the old stuff that is about to be thrown away, and we take it to the recycle yard. That's what I do for the most part. So yeah, it's not a glamorous job. It's a lot of lifting. It's quite physical. Driving around pretty much most of the day. But I knew that going in. You know what I mean? I knew what the job entailed going in. The other part of the job is going to places where they've like dumped, you know, like fly tipping, where they've sort of like just thrown stuff outside of somebody's house or somebody's apartment, and they'd ask us to come clear it, and then we'll go there and pick it up. So yeah, it's a dirty job. You know, it's not a clean job. It's not a glamorous job. But you know what? It's doable, and the way I see it is that it's a job that I can do. That I could, you know, I get paid a decent money for it. You know, it's not I'm not loaded, but you know, I earn a decent amount from it. You know, certainly enough to do what I need to do on, and I have the time and energy to do what I want to do afterwards. So for me, it works out. You know what I mean? The fact that it's not super high paid, or I mean, I don't care about that. I just care about the fact that I can do what I need to do, earn a decent amount of money for it, got some decent benefits as well, which is always a nice bonus. And when I'm done with work, I can go home and do what I want to do. I can do my video games, I can do my live streams, I can do my videos, you know, like comedy videos. You know what I mean? That's what I care about. You know what I mean? I'm not overly concerned about what it is. But that being said, I'm not gonna go there and, you know, be like lazy. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go there and not do what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm being paid to do something. I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just like, hey, look, this is what we're paid to do. So I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. That's my attitude going in. Certainly, I'm not going to try and get fired from a job that I just started. You know, I'm a bit I'm a bit beyond that. So yeah, it's the job. The job's fine as far as I'm concerned. The job is fine. I have no issue with the actual job itself. It's just unfortunately a personality clash at the moment, which is just making the day just. But like I say, I ignore it. I don't engage with it. I have told my line manager. And now it's like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to, yeah. Then he's a piece of shit, man. You can have fun with that. Are you guys under time management stress? Uppers? Well, he started the same time as I did, which was a couple of weeks ago. We've been there about 2 weeks. This is just the end of the second week, so about 2 weeks right now. And he started at the same time. Not really on the time sort of stress management. Not really under that sort of stuff. I mean, my boss seems to be pretty cool with that sort of thing. You know, she gives us the jobs, we do them. We let her know if there's any problems, stuff like that. And she seems pretty cool with that sort of thing. At least right now. I mean, I don't know, maybe when we're there for a while it might be more, no, we need to maybe later on that comes, but for so far it hasn't been like that. So been pretty chill, pretty cool. So yeah, you won't last. Maybe, you know, I mean, I feel like well, I mean, because the type of company, when I was talking to my boss about certain things, and she was talking about just the way the company is, they do try to help people before they let them go, which I think is a good thing. You know, if somebody could be helped, then that is a good, then you should try to help them. I think, you know, it's a good thing. That being said, if somebody doesn't want to be helped, which I don't know if that's the case or not, then yeah, it could be that eventually. But I just don't want it to come to a situation where it's like it's either him or me. You know what I mean? I think that's why maybe my one concern, that I don't want to get to a situation where it's either him or me, and because I can't prove anything at the moment, or potentially can't really prove anything, you know what I mean? But I don't know, maybe I might have to be a little bit stubborn myself. Maybe we'll see. I don't want to lose a job over somebody else's bullshit, you know, that's for sure. So yeah, especially when it's working out for me, you know. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And now, yes, you know what? Yeah, we'll spit on mini gameplay.
Is that a deer?
Got a little bit into it right there, but yeah, on with the game. Yo, big up, guys. Big up for that. Appreciate the little chat, man. Nice one.
There's a sandbowl.
What does it say?
No yoked beast, nor fearful thrall, nor rooted tree doth know my call.
The floor boy.
That doesn't mean anything. Something's missing. Think there's a second light crystal around here?
The floor boy. Oh, this kid, man. Down. Down. There we go.
It is over.
Alright, he's gotta find some damn crystals now. It is over.
Is that sap? In a cave? Weird.
That was wasted. Alright, bro, I'm taking the kids out for pizza and bowling tonight, so gotta split, man. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Split, or I don't know, maybe you didn't do that deliberately, but still, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Nice one. 210 split. Alright, appreciate you coming through, Dungeon J. Big up for that. Bruh, bruh, bruh. Enjoy your evening with the kids and the pizza and the bowling. I haven't been bowling for ages, man. But yeah, man, cool. Have fun, man. Big up for coming through. Thanks for the chat. Peace out, DJ. Oh, man, I'm back. Later. All right, laters. And later, guys, and have a great day gaming. Just run away with me, darling. Okay, I need to find a damn crystal. Ooh. Is this something? No, it's not.
That didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. I don't think that'll work.
The reticule changes here, so I don't know. Is that? Okay, that doesn't work. Happy Friar's Day, Haze. Oh yeah, Friday. Freya. Yeah, that's right. After Freya. Yeah, the Norse thingy. Was it the goddess of love? Is that right? Freya? Is that right? Goddess of love in the Norse mythology? I can't even remember, yo. Day after Thor's Day. Yeah, I think Freya was a mummy type. A mummy type, okay. Is that what they call it, Freya? Because she likes to put food in a Freya. Okay, that was pretty lame, my bad, but still. On the spot, man, on the spot. More apparently, love, sex, beauty, fertility, gold, Seder, war and death, it says. Now, that's quite a range. I mean, I don't know, she seems a bit overworked, to be honest. I mean, like, you have, like, you know, God of War and, you know, God of Messenger Gods and, you know, that sort of stuff. And then you got this chick who's, like, doing all this stuff. It's like, come on, man. Give her a break. How can all the other Norse gods and Greek gods, whatever, just get one job? And this chick's got, like, what, 6, 7 jobs? Seems a bit unfair. Overworked and underpaid. It's not right, man. It's not right.
Oh, how do you think that got up there?
Yeah, well. It matters not how it got up there.
This place must have been important to the giants. It's like they're testing us. Okay, that looks right.
Read it, boy. Oh wait, no, it is. Oh wait. Well, I've got to turn this. Or pull it.
Is it the answer?
Freedom. Sure, that works.
Go ahead.
Sure. Browse. What's it doing?
Lasers, okay.
Oh, thought maybe there'd be a bridge.
The giants need to test us further.
You climbing up this? Oh no, he's pushing through
There's
it.
a crystal in that torch hole. Should I light it? That helps, right?
That helps, right?
Guess we have to go down and go up.
These passages seem too small for giants. Why do you laugh?
Oh, you're serious.
I'm always serious.
I forget. Mom always said you never took an interest in history. Giants are just a race, like elves and Holgerfolk. It isn't in your bed.
What of the world serpent?
Okay, in that case, giant also means big. There's only one.
These caves seem too small for giants. Okay, so giants are just the name of the race and not necessarily the referring to their size. Interesting. I'm always serious. Yeah, so the days of the week, the planets, and some of the festivals throughout the year are named after or inspired by various Norse and Roman mythology deities, and I think some Greeks as well, Greek deities as well. But yeah, so the days of the week I think is Norse. So yeah, you see Thursday and Friday, and then the planets like Jupiter, those are Roman mythology. This witch gonna keep summoning all these like little goblin things. Damn. I know Wednesday is Odin's Day and Thor's Day is Thursday. Months are generally Roman. Planets Greek? I thought the planets were Roman. I mean Jupiter is Roman, right? Jupiter and is it Mars, Venus. Yeah, Roman. I'm sure the planets are Roman. Jupiter is the king of the Roman, and which is the equivalent to Zeus, and then Venus. I think it's equivalent to Athena. I think, and then Mars. That's the war. Well, that's equivalent to Ares. I can't remember. Was Pluto was underworld, so that'd be Hades in Greek mythology. But yeah, numbers are Arabic. Yes, that's right. Yeah. And our letters are Greek. I saw that. I thought the letters were Roman actually, but yeah, it's all mixed up. It's all from all over the place. Actually, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, it's Roman. Yeah, I think the only Greek one is Pluto. I was thinking Plato. Damn it. So good. Plato. Yeah, Plato was Greek. Pluto Yeah, Pluto was Roman. What else? Mercury, I think that was the messenger, Roman messenger god. So the equivalent to that in Greek mythology was Hermes. I'm probably missing some. Saturn, I can't remember what Saturn was. It's neat how it went from Greek to Norse. Yeah, I think it was a good change. I mean, they did 3 games, or 3 main games, and then some other side games in the Greek mythology world. And especially with the way God of War 3 ended, this seems like the next step, you know, moving to a different mythology. You know, it just seems like the next logical step. So I think it's a good change. You know, makes it something a bit different as well. And you could create a different story. And maybe after this, you can do, I don't know, you got Norse, or maybe after this, you could do Roman mythology, or, I don't know, African mythology, or, I don't know, you know, I guess once you've moved on from one mythology to another, Kratos can pretty much go wherever, right? You know, there's no real end. You can just keep going from one mythology to another because there's so many to choose from. Indian mythology, you know, why not? You know, so there could be like loads of stuff they can do. Just one by one destroying all of them. Fighting Vishnu, do not offer my god a peanut. Yeah. What do you think of the whole Apu controversy? These hit and miss. Ah, somebody shot me. Well, I think it comes down to whether the show wants to make a stand culturally or just keep the character as a flawed character. Okay, what do you mean by that? I don't think changing it or keeping it will do anything significant to the series. So long as they don't say it was all a mistake, yeah. And I don't think they've gone along that route. I think they're a bit too far gone for that. It wasn't a mistake. It was very deliberate. Yeah, I mean, my thing was like I did see an interview with Hank Azaria where he was saying something to the effect of that the original intention was to create an offensive character. That was the original intention, and I could see that. You know, I mean, this is back in like, you know, late 80s, 90s, early 90s. You know, things were just like that back then. So I could see how that could have been a thought process at the time. But certainly, I think it's fair to say that over the years, the character has been developed a lot. He's not just, you know, a buffoon while everyone else is an intelligent person. I mean, the whole city, or the whole town of Springfield, is full of people who do various unscrupulous things. So to have like one character, or the suggestion to have one character where he's supposed to be a perfect example of a human being while everyone else is a jackass, is like, well, why does he get a special treatment? You know what I mean? That's how I'd look at it. Like, if you're gonna make fun of just life in general, then do it for everybody. Don't cherry pick one and say, oh no, we can't touch this, because then it seems like you need protection. And one of the complaints, or the main complaint I think that I've heard people say, is that for the longest time Apu was like the only representation of a South Indian character on TV. And because of that, people teased them because they thought they all sound like that and that kind of stuff. And I can understand that. But then at the same time, I do feel like, well, I don't see that as the problem of Simpsons. You know, people who are going to make fun of you are going to make fun of you regardless of what's on TV. You know what I mean? That's just going to happen anyway. It just so happens that this was on TV, so they picked that. Now, an arsehole is an arsehole because they're an arsehole, not because of something they saw on TV. They were going to do something mean to you anyway. It just happens to be this. If it wasn't Apu from The Simpsons, it'd be another show or another book or whatever.
Father, help me!
Oh, damn.
Father, get up!
Yeah, there was stereotypes of Italians, Americans, Canadians, French, Chinese, etc. The Simpsons have shown Indians in various cultures. I don't know what is bad about Apu. I have no problem with Apu. I mean, one of the things that I took a little bit of an issue with is when the guy who did the documentary said that these are harmful stereotypes, that Apu represents a harmful stereotype. And because I known people, I guess pretty much most of my life, who work jobs like that. You know, like the guy at the end of my road when I was a kid who ran the corner store. He was an Indian guy as well, and his family that was run the store, and we'll come in there as kids and we'll buy sweets and stuff like that. And he was a cool guy, and he could have easily ripped us off, but he didn't. You know what I mean? He wasn't like that. And just people like my dad as well, who being like cab drivers and who worked that for a long time, and people who do these sort of jobs that even like myself, I guess, to a degree, the people who do these jobs that not many people want to do, but they kind of need to be done. So you know what I mean, to say that's a harmful stereotype. So people who are working to feed themselves, or to take care of themselves, take care of their families, take care of their communities, and then you go ahead and call that a harmful stereotype. I don't think so. That's not everybody's going to have a super high-end job. Not everybody's going to be a famous actor. Not everybody's going to be working in some office somewhere at the top of the office block and getting paid some CEO salary. Not everybody's going to do that. Some people are going to work the regular jobs. You know what I mean? It's just, that's how it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You're not doing anything illegal. You're not doing anything immoral. You know what I mean? So to say that's a harmful stereotype, someone who takes care of their family, someone who looks after his kids, how is that a harmful stereotype? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous to me. That's ridiculous to me. I suppose it's just the voice acting, actually, that people are complaining about, the fact that it's a white man. I do agree, though, there's no getting around how it has been perceived by some, and it's not a good feeling to know people are upset by it, regardless of anything. Indeed, why not get upset at Japanese sushi bars in The Simpsons? Well, there's that, yeah. Maybe because it's a psychologically accepted double standards. I think people pick and choose, and it doesn't make sense a lot of times. Like, okay, yeah, that was the thing that came up as well, that he's voiced by a white guy, and that's offensive. Well, I can't get Asian guys to do it. In cartoon, in the world of cartoons, there are maybe countless characters who are one skin color and voiced by an actor of a different skin color. Even in video games as well, it happens so much. It happens so much. It's not. Simpsons, I'm pretty sure, wasn't the first. It definitely isn't the last. There's so many. There's white guys who do voices of black characters. There's black characters who do the voice of white characters. There's so many. It's not new. It's not that big a deal. To single this one out and say this is offensive, why? And maybe it's not the best Indian accent that Hank Azaria does. I'm not going to say anything like that. But then, considering it's a light-hearted comedy cartoon, it doesn't really have to be. You know, it doesn't have to be a spot-on Indian accent. So what if it's yeah, it's a little bit stereotyped, sure. I'm not going to say it isn't. But yeah, that's to say that's offensive. And then in the same show, I mean, you have like girls doing the voice of boys in The Simpsons. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Not every actor, not every skin color is represented by the exact. I mean, if you was to like say, oh, you could only have. I mean, first of all, a show like The Simpsons as well, where you have like multiple characters, and quite a lot of them are regular characters. If you was to say we're gonna have, you know, the white guy do the white guys, the black guys do the black guys, and the Asian guys do the Asian guys, you know, you'd be employing a lot of people to come back and do regular work. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to do it for a cartoon when you got a select few actors who can do, because that's what it is in The Simpsons. Like, there's maybe about 5 or 6 actors, 5 or 6 main actors that do something like 30 plus of the regular voices. You know, so all they're gonna do is start employing 1 actor per character they come up with. It's not a feasible thing for a cartoon, I don't think. So yeah, it is what it is. Accents are geographical, not racial. Indeed, that's true, actually, yeah. Culture is geographical, not racial. Yeah, that's true. We need to stop thinking we own people's lives. Absolutely. 100%. Big up, JT. I know an Indian kid and his Indian accent isn't great. He's Canadian though. The girl who wore the kimono dress to prom is great. I heard about some. I mean, I don't really hear too much about it, but I heard some people talking about it. I don't know what the story was. So apparently, I'm assuming it's a white girl that wore the kimono dress to prom. She kept her photos up too, and China is now speaking up, saying they like sharing culture. Cool. That's a good thing. Because at the end of the day, so what? So what? Do you want us to wear a kimono? Yeah, wear a kimono. There's nothing that says you can't wear. Just because you're not from the culture that created a kimono doesn't mean you can't wear it. You know, I've known, there's like some of my family members, my family's Nigerian, by the way, you know, but yes, some of my family members, when they got married to like a white lady, a white British lady, and then some of their family would turn up in like some traditional Nigerian garb, you know, ain't nobody there go, oh, you can't wear it because you're not, hey, just showing a little support, showing a little respect, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. They don't have to, of course, it's not required, but no, I'm getting hit by too many angles, man. Some American Asians really got upset with her. Meanwhile, she's wearing American culture and African American style culture. Indeed. Excuse me, sorry. Didn't mean to burp in your ear, my bad. Which is fine, but check your 100%. You know how self-unaware some people, or I'm sure you know this, but so many people are just so unaware of themselves that they're so quick to shout down somebody else and to call out somebody else and to say you can't do this or you're doing this wrong, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, wait a minute, look at yourself. Look at yourself. You know what I mean? Look at yourself. Culture isn't owned by any group of people. Just because something comes from a particular country, it doesn't mean that only that country could ever wear it or partake in it. You know, culture is to be shared. You know, so what if you're not from China or if you're not from whatever country that the dress is from? So what? It doesn't matter. And maybe you don't know the whole history behind the dress and, you know, why they were created. Maybe you don't know all that stuff, you know, but so what? Everybody starts somewhere. You know what I mean? You got to start somewhere. Maybe it just starts off with like, hey, it's a cool dress, Maybe they don't know it's a traditional thing in this. Maybe they don't know that. I don't know if they do. I don't. She doesn't. Like I say, I don't know much about the story. But even if she didn't know all that stuff, even if she didn't, even if she just saw something in the show and thought, hey, that's a really cool dress, and thought she would wear it. So what? People got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? But when all you do is like shouting down somebody and telling them they can't do something because it like, nah, man, that ain't no way to live. So American too. They are so afraid of being on the wrong side of the fence. Indeed. I 100% agree. Big up, man. There was this one some years ago now where a chef by the name of Jamie Oliver, you might have heard of him. I don't know how famous he is outside of the UK, but you might have heard of him. He does pretty well. He's a British chef, Jamie Oliver. And you know of him, okay, cool. So what he did is that he went to Nigeria, yeah, my family's homeland, and I think it was Nigeria anyway, I might be wrong, but he went to, it was definitely a West African country anyway, and there's a traditional West African dish called jollof rice, or jollof rice, you can say it right, jollof rice, which is rice, you know, kind of covered in, sort of cooked in the stew, and it becomes like sort of orangey, kind of yellow, yeah, more of an orangish color. It's called jollof rice. And he decided that what he wanted to do was do a version of jollof rice that was maybe a bit more healthier, because traditionally it's made with a lot of, you know, fried, you know, meats and stuff like that. You don't have to, of course, but, you know, that's how often in most places it's done. Like a lot of fried stuff, a lot of, you know, high salt, that's that sort of thing. So he thought, okay, he wanted to do that and just maybe more healthy. Because, you know, you probably know if you've heard of him, but he's quite big into, like, you know, healthy eats and that sort of stuff. So he did like a version of that where it was just a little bit healthier. So still jollof rice, but just a little bit of a healthier version. People got pissed. They were like, oh no, you can't be changing this. You can't be going into traditional and changing the who do you think you are? You know, or change all this stuff. Here's the thing that all these people got mad at, yeah? All these people got mad. Here's the thing that I don't know if they didn't know this or just didn't realize this, but the thing about jollof rice is that the way my mum would make jollof rice, for example, completely different to the way my auntie makes jollof rice. Completely different to the way someone else, if you go to a shop, like a Nigerian shop, and they'll make jollof rice. Completely different to another family down the road that makes jollof rice. Everybody does it differently anyway. Like, there's no two houses or no two maybe families or so where you'll see the exact same version of jollof rice. It's always something different. Some people use pork. Some people use chicken. Some people don't use any meat at all. Some people use plantain. Some people, you know what I mean? It's different where you go. You know, people make it differently than where you go. So to say that, oh, he's changing the recipe, first of all, no. Everybody else changed it already. All he did was say, okay, well, I'm taking a basic idea, but making a version that's maybe less in fat and less in salt. So what? So what? But yeah, people got mad at him. Oh, you can't change this, you can't change that. It's like, you know, everybody's changed it already anyway. It's been changed. It's never the same. He didn't do anything that everybody else hasn't been doing for a long time. Yeah, just flavor country sort of dish. Yeah, Jamie Oliver would know all the available editions from around the world to tweak it nicely too. Sort of hilarious indeed. Yeah, the original recipe isn't wiped out of history or nothing. Exactly, it's still the basic idea of what jollof rice is. It's like the rice. To be honest, I'm not sure exactly how it's cooked, because when I tried doing it once, it just didn't come out too well. But it's kind of like how, you know how you boil rice, which is in water. It's kind of like that, but it's made with a stew where you boil the rice in a stew, and it makes the rice turn sort of orangey, reddish kind of color. But yeah, it's really good though. Well, when my mum does it, it's really good. When I do it, not so much. But this one's going to be another hard one, isn't it? But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with Jamie Oliver doing his own version.
Okay, here we go.
Let him do it. And it's not like he's going around trying to tell people that he invented jollof rice, you know what I mean? It's not like he's like, hey, I've just invented a new dish. Like, he's not trying to do that. letting people know where it came from, where the idea came from. Just saying, hey, we've got something different with it. He's a chef. He's going to want to tweak things anyway. That's what chefs do. If everybody's stuck to the exact same recipe, thinking they can't, because they can't, think you're not allowed to change anything, then we'll just be all eating the exact same foods over and over again. Nobody ever do anything different. I like rice pudding and dessert rice, things like that. I like rice. I haven't had rice pudding for ages, but yeah, man, I really like rice pudding. Shot up, man. Damn, man. I'm trying to let Boy do all the work.
Nice shot.
Yo, what's up, Frozen Gamer? Bruh. Two of those nightmare things. I don't know if you heard this, but three actually. Kratos actually said nice shot to Boy. So he's capable of giving compliments.
Only 2 left. Help me!
Got him.
How'd I do?
Ooh.
Better.
Yeah, what time did you stream? I check at 8 p.m. but nothing. I went on about 8:30. Well, actually, I went on about 8:40ish. I was a little bit late today, but went online about 8:40. Normally, it's from 8:30. I tried to go online at 8:30 p.m. But yeah, I was a little bit late, so I actually went about 8:40ish today. But yeah, not 8. 8:30. 8:30ish. Let me say that. 8:30ish. But yeah, all cultures are fluid and change and adopt. Exactly. You know, as people travel the world, people experience new things, and you know, you adapt to new things, and you see things that you think are cool that you want to bring back to your when you get home and say, hey man, you know, I saw this thing that they do in this place I went to. We should try this. And you know, people have been doing that for years. People have been doing that for years. So what? It's just life, you know. It's just how it goes, and that's the beautiful thing when you think about it. You know, it's like, if nobody ever shared cultures, then you'll never really do anything. I mean, outside of, you know, your regular stuff. But I mean, England, for example, is a mash of shared cultures. It really is. Like, the language is, we're just talking about the language and how it comes from different parts of the world, and the lettering and the numbers and that sort of thing, and the types of words and how we name things is different parts of the world. So even that is just, it's such a combination of different things. And that's fine, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. It's just, I mean, well, to be fair, England's history is kind of a bit, you know, not quite, not exactly nice. But aside from that, ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh boys are coming. Oh, this is level 4 though. Oh boy, don't let me start that again. Jokes. So a Greek and an Italian are sitting around discussing their culture achievements. The Greek says, but you know us Greeks, we created the maths, philosophy, theatre, we even created sex. The Italian man says, yeah, but it was us Italians who introduced it to women. How much Marlon Wayne's Netflix special? Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty funny. And Chris Rock and Kevin James one. Okay, no, I haven't seen that. But yeah, no, Marlon Wayne's one. I really like that. I can dig it. I can dig it. Boom, boom, boom. What's the time? Yeah. Let me open this window up. A bit hot in there. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so see if I can. There's a level 4 dude up there, man. I hate it when people just judge you on the way you look. If you're young, you must be a drug dealer. Oh, that sort of thing. Yeah, that sucks, man. People look at one look at you and they decide, oh yeah, that's who you are. That's who you are, and they don't ask, they don't question, they don't try to get to know anything. They just make assumptions about who you are. Yeah, and I hate that, man. It sucks. Ignore people like that, man. They ain't worth it. They ain't worth your time, man. They don't deserve your time, and more importantly, you deserve to be around people who value you. So yeah, just ignore people like that. They ain't worth it. They ain't worth the effort. Don't waste the time with them. Don't waste any energy on them. Oh man. Ooh. Oh boy, that beats it out of me, man. Damn. You're old, you need a new hip. Yeah, some people are just assholes. That's what it comes down to, really, isn't it? Some people are just assholes. But yeah, people like that ain't worth it, man. They is not worth it. They are not worth the time or the energy, because the more time you spend on them, they're just drains, man. Just energy vampires. They just drain you, and then you don't have any energy left for the more important things. So yeah, they just ain't worth it, yo. Not worth it at all. People will rob you just by showing they carry. People will rob you just by showing that they carry a knife. I'm not sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, some people rob you carry. I'm not sure you mean by that. People rob you by carrying a knife. I mean, that happens. not everybody carries a knife tries to rob you, to be fair, but you know, depends on why they're carrying a knife. But yeah, I'm not sure what it meant by that, dude. And they pull up their tops and oh, I see what you mean. Like they just like show it to you to intimidate you, like, and like give me your money, right? I see. Gotcha. They show you that they got a knife, then demand money from you. Okay. No, you do something like that. Kick them in the testicles, because they got a knife down there. Then boy, that kick in the testicles is going to do more damage to them. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's pretty mean. And then they might just chase you down, or their boys might. So yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You know that old tough guy thing. Give me your money, homie. Give me your money. Cosby, yeah, man. Yeah, was it 20 to 30 years he's facing? William J. Cosbino. Man, he messed up real good. But yeah, he messed up. I mean, I guess technically, I mean, they found him guilty of the charge. And after, was it 40, 50 something women alleged that he did something to them? Yeah, there's a point where it's like, this really doesn't look good for Mr. Cosby now, does it? It really doesn't look good. But I don't know if you could. I mean, because the one they got convicted on was the one that happened in, I think, 2003. I think something around about then. And even then, I mean, it's the most recent, or possibly the most recent, but it's still quite a long time ago. I mean, can you still prove that happened from that long ago, or I don't know. I'm not suggesting he didn't do it, by the way. I'm just curious as to the evidence. Like, can you actually prove that, or is it more just looking at the things and saying, well, actually, this just doesn't look good, and then the whole stuff about him admitting to buying stuff to try and attempt to drug women. So yeah, that didn't work in his favor either. So yeah, I'm not suggesting he didn't do it. I'm just saying, can you prove it, or is it just a case of well, everything else is stacked up against him? You used to talk about Spanish Fly. Andy Williams said that he should do home arrests because of his age. I'm not sure any kind of arrest is going to mean much at this point, home arrest or not. I mean, putting him in a prison. But then again, it's I guess you have to try and be fair as well. Like, if anybody else was convicted of that crime, they'll be facing jail time as well. They wouldn't get no home arrest option. So it's kind of like having to be fair. But then at the same time, yeah, he is an old man. He's what, 80 years old now. So any kind of prison, especially any kind of long prison term, very likely to be pretty much a life sentence. Home arrests? I don't know. No women will trust it. Well, his wife seems to be sticking by him, so there's that. But yeah, I think most other chicks probably won't. I mean, that's another thing as well. Like, at this point, he's not really doing the comedy anymore. Even before this whole thing happened, he wasn't really, you know, doing the like TV shows and the movies and stuff. You know, maybe a TV appearance here and there, but that might be it. He wasn't really pushing his comedy career any further. So yeah, it's I don't know how much this affects him. I mean, if it's home arrest, then his life pretty much continues as it is. I mean, he's probably not traveling that much anyway at this point. You know, at 80 years old, you're probably not going too many places anyway. So home arrest is like, okay, well, that's just his normal life then, really. Pretty much. You could probably afford maids and stuff to get stuff for him, so I don't know. Oh, that's true, he was about to do a show, wasn't he? That's right, yeah, and it got cancelled. So I guess he was still doing stuff, but not a lot of stuff. All I know is don't do bad things, and hopefully bad things won't happen to you. And if bad things happen to you, then it just sucks then, doesn't it, really? Desire. Yeah, people got issues, man. People are complicated. Alright. We're gonna learn today. Okay, so the next live stream should be tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. GMT. Tomorrow morning. 8:30 a.m. GMT. Then Sunday 8:30 a.m. GMT as well. Then Monday 8:30 p.m. GMT. Actually, Monday's a bank holiday, so I might start just a little bit early on Monday. We'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'll sell the normal time for that 8:30 p.m. But possibly an earlier start just because it's a bank holiday and I might have a little bit more time. So we'll see. But yeah, I've got a new video coming out tomorrow over on the comedy channel, and it is all about. Oh, flipping out! It's not all about that. It's all about this young lady. I got a video coming out tomorrow about this young lady. Fight money. So yeah, look out for that over on the comedy channel. Yo girl. Yo girl. Yo girl. Yo girl. Look out for that tomorrow over on the comedy channel. Bandit Haze, youtube.com/Bandit Haze. Look out for that there. I had just released a couple of videos over on this channel. If you haven't seen them, there was one that I did yesterday. Actually today rather, it went up today. Where I was talking about some things that I found, some cool stuff that I found. And I just put another video out just a few hours ago, talking about some things that make me happy, that I find inspiration in particular The Rock and Beyonce. So yeah, check that out. It's not about The Rock and Beyonce specifically, but just certain things that they do that I find inspiring. So yeah, something to check out as well. What about the stuff I suggested? You suggested a few things, didn't you? Which one in particular are you talking about? So I think you made a few suggestions, Mr. Gamer. Oh, 690. Yeah. Okay, so I am actually currently writing a video for 90s sitcoms. So not everything to do with the 90s. 90s is quite broad. But I am writing a video on 90s sitcoms. Hopefully that would be completed tomorrow, and I can hopefully try and record it tomorrow as well. In the meantime, though, actually speaking of the 90s, because I do actually have some videos over on a comedy channel concerning the 90s, actually. And as somebody who wants to know a little bit about the 90s, maybe you want to check some of these videos out. But yeah, the one I'm doing is about about sitcoms. I'm not going to cover everything on the 90s. Like I say, it's a bit broad. And to be honest, deaths is probably something I probably won't do just because it's a comedy channel. I'd rather not go into deaths too much. But we'll see. Never say never. Never say never. I was watching a documentary on that girl started on the Wizard of Oz. Okay, I can't remember her name right now, but 1930s, was it? Julie Garland? Julie Garland, is that right? Julie Garland? Judy Garland. The life she lived was bad. Yeah, I think she had like drug issues and things on those lines, as I remember, if I remember correctly. I remember got her on drugs. Yeah, there was a lot of child stars out there had sort of similar things. It's sad ass, man. People abused from young and just forced into things they didn't really want to be doing. Deal with fame. Okay, so I have, I think, 2 videos on the 90s that you might want to check out. Both of them are concerning slang words. So here's the first one. This is 90s London slang. Okay, 90s London slang. That's that first one I just put up. And another one is rude 90s London slang. So there's regular slang and rude slang. Those are the two videos that I've done on the 90s so far. But yeah, I'm working on another one, focusing on 90s sitcoms. So yeah, that's like I say, I'm in the process of writing that. I'm almost finished with the writing, I think. I've written most of what I want to say. So hopefully that'll be finished soon, and I can record it tomorrow as well and try and have it edited and stuff. But it won't be released for a few weeks because there's other videos that I've done that are coming out in the meantime. So this one won't be released for maybe about 3-4 weeks, give or take. Yeah. Do you remember the lines? The lines from what? Remember the lines from what? Which lines? Which lines are we talking about? When I write, okay. Not quite. I tend to have it up on screen that I refer to as I'm going. What I do is I write it up, go over it a few times. I just read it out a few times to make sure it kind of sounds how I want it to sound. But I generally don't try to memorize it because I feel that's a bit pointless. But I try to. I need to know what I'm saying, of course, but I don't try to, because it doesn't need to be word for word exactly how I wrote it, you know what I mean? If I say one word slightly different or whatever, for the most part, it's not a problem. So I'm not trying to memorize it exactly word for word. I'm just trying to get to a point where I know what I'm supposed to be saying, but I have it on my screen as I'm recording to my camera. So, yeah, I don't try to memorize the whole thing. I just kind of read like maybe a sentence or two, have that in my head, and then try to deliver that to the camera, and then move on to the next sentence, and then do that and just go through it that way. So, but yeah, no, I don't typically memorize my entire scripts. No, it's just it's right there. So it's just kind of like the time it would take me to memorize it, and then I don't really need to memorize it in the end. So it's kind of like So no, one does not memorize the scripts. I just try to read it and have it sort of in my head and have a fairly decent understanding of what I wrote and what I'm trying to say, and try to get it to sound as good as I can get it to sound. That's what I do, and hopefully that's working. Hopefully it's working. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos and finding them funny and entertaining, and maybe a little bit educational from time to time, just a little bit. I don't try to be too educational with that sort of stuff, but sometimes I might say something, just a little sprinkle of stuff that I might have learnt that, who knows, maybe you didn't know, maybe you knew it already, I don't know. But I'll say stuff from time to time that you might be like, maybe I should check that out, maybe. But yeah, I'll try to be funny. That's pretty much it. I'll try to be funny. Alright, so yeah, tomorrow 8:30 AM, look out for new videos. Check out some videos on this channel, some new ones that just went up on this channel, but yeah, look out for new videos. New video tomorrow over on a comedy channel, youtube.com/banditshaze. Guys, to all the talkers and the stalkers, you have been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping company. Thank you for keeping the chat lively. Thank you for the chat. We talked about some cool stuff today and some important stuff as well. So we had some fun. We had a good session. Oh, guys, actually, something to say real quick. So I put out a video a few days ago on the comedy channel called Real Talk Episode 2. And one of the things I mentioned in that video, in case anyone hasn't seen it, is I plan on doing a monthly Ask Me Anything live stream over on the Bandit Haze channel. The first one I think I scheduled for, I can't remember, I think it was the 17th of May. It's a Thursday, 17th of May. So look out for a live stream over there on the comedy channel. And it'll be a monthly thing, Ask Me Anything over there, where we could just chat for a little bit, ask me what you want to ask, talk about stuff, talk about things on the channel, talk about whatever. It's Ask Me Anything. Anything goes. Well, maybe not anything, you know what I mean? Limits, man, limits. But yeah, we just have some fun for a little bit on the live chat. That's what it's about. Just have some fun hanging out over there. But yeah, that sort of stuff. So yeah, look out for that in a few weeks. But yeah, that's gonna be all for now. So guys, I appreciate you and all that you do. Big up yourselves. Till whenever, if ever. Oh, the village is strong because you make it strong. and we're only going to get stronger. So, till whenever, if ever, peace out, y'all.